In a sun-dappled village surrounded by whispering forests lived a hunter named Jumo. He was tall, strong, and skilled with a bow. But he had one weakness: he was never satisfied. If he hunted 3 antelope, he wanted 5. If he sold a dozen birds at the market, he would sigh, wishing he had more. His eyes were always looking for the next prize, his hands always reaching for more than they needed. Jumo's small hut was filled with trophies, antlers, feathers, and pelts. But none of it brought him joy. He ate well, dressed well, but his heart remained restless. One morning, as the sun rose golden over the treetops, Jumo followed a trail deep into the forest he had never explored before. There, in a clearing surrounded by tall drums of trees, he heard a rhythm. Not of animals, not of wind, but a beat. A drum beat. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Curious, Jumo tiptoed through the bushes, and in the center of the clearing sat the strangest thing he had ever seen. A wooden drum, alone, playing itself. Its body was carved from a single tree trunk, and its surface shimmered like it was alive. And as Jumo watched, stunned, the drum began to speak. "You seek more than you need," it said in a deep, earthy voice, "but what you take has a price." Jumo blinked, confused. "Who are you?" "I am the drum of echoes," it replied, "and I give what the heart desires, for a time. But beware. Greed echoes." Jumo, now grinning, stepped closer. "You give what is desired. Then give me wealth, gold, meat, and endless treasures." The drum beat faster, the clearing trembled, and before his eyes gold coins poured out from its sides. Bundles of dried meat rolled from the roots. Rare feathers, glittering stones, everything Jumo ever wanted, surrounded him. He laughed, danced, stuffed his bags, and ran home like a man who had stolen the sun. That night he celebrated. He bought new clothes, shared meat with the villagers, and told no one of the drum. It was his secret. The next day he returned to the forest with bigger bags. "I want more," he said. The drum, quiet at first, answered slowly, "I give what is desired, for a time." And again the clearing filled with riches. Day after day Jumo came. His house became a palace. He owned the largest farm. People bowed when he passed. But soon something changed. One morning, when he returned to the drum, it was quiet. No beat, no voice. He frowned. "Drum, I want more." Nothing. He shouted, kicked it, even threatened it. "You gave me once. Why not again?" Then, softly, the drum replied, "What you took has echoed." Suddenly the sky above darkened. The trees moaned. The earth shook, and all the gold in his bag turned to ash. The meat rotted. The feathers vanished into smoke. Panicked, Jumo ran home. But his house had collapsed. His farm was flooded. The villagers were gone. Everything was gone. In his greed, he had never noticed what the drum had taken in return. The forest was empty. The animals he once hunted had disappeared. The birds no longer sang. The balance had broken. Falling to his knees, Jumo cried out, "Why? I only wanted to be rich." From behind, the wind carried the voice of the drum, gentle now. "You were never poor. You just couldn't see the riches of enough." For days Jumo wandered, no food, no shelter, until one night, hungry and tired, he heard a small voice by the river. "Are you okay, sir?" asked a boy, no older than 10. Jumo nodded weakly. The boy offered him roasted yam, water from a gourd, a place near the fire. "You're kind," Jumo whispered. "Why help a stranger?" The boy smiled. "Because kindness echoes, too." Jumo wept. From that night on, he changed. He built simple huts for travelers, planted trees to bring back birds, hunted only what he needed, and every evening he sat by a small drum he carved himself, not to ask, but to listen. Years passed. Jumo grew old, but this time his heart was full. He had less, but lived more. One day a child asked him, "Did you ever find that magical drum again?" Jumo smiled and tapped his chest. "Yes, and now it plays here, with a new beat." Greed comes at a cost. Those who seek more than they need risk losing what truly matters. True wealth is found not in endless possessions, but in understanding the value of enough.